Hey y'all, how are you? Y'all get in here, hit the like button. It's a Saturday night. Hasn't been my best day, but I feel like talking. I just want to know who's up or who's not in the street because some of y'all probably running the street right now. Get in here and hit the like button, okay? Let's go, let's go. Let me see who's here. Oh, shoot. Cheryl got her crown back. Hey, girl. Southern Ivy, how are you? Look, I'm glad you're here. I am. I'm so glad you're here. I did my best to try to get notifications out. Hey, Cheryl, glad you got your crown back, girl. I did my best to get notifications out. You know, I don't really depend on YouTube like that, but I still hope they do their thing. You decided to stay in tonight. Well, yeah, I'm always in. I don't run the streets. Not that ain't nothing wrong with it. I just don't have the energy no more. You know? Hey, Miss Sparkle, y'all. This our resident Mary Kay lady. Hey, girl. Dr. J, hey sis, your crown done fell off, but I'm glad to see you. Hey, what you doing in the house? I'm surprised you ain't out somewhere. This lady be jet setting and traveling and everything. Dora, hi. Couture Bay, how you doing, niece? All my pretty girls are on the porch. Auntie Eva, we glad you made it. All right. Trina, hey girl. I know. I know. We got to get through another week. Another week. Hey, Sine. What's up? Miss Peaches and oh, how are you? Hey girl, Lala Chanel in the house. Hey boo. Yes, cut up a little bit, just a little bit, just a smidge. Hey Shannon McGee, what's up, girl? So look, I'm just glad I spoke to everybody. Y'all hit the like button. You know I'm always in here begging for likes because you know if y'all don't hit the like button, it's no dice for me. So please hit the like button. Help your sister out. Hey, Catherine Bennett. You did the bubble run. Is that one of those things like where it's like they do the paint runs, the bubble runs, like one of those things? Was it for charity or was it just one of the city events? What was it? I want to do something like that. Hey, Shani. Kia Coco Pop is in the house. Hey, girl. You just got home. Okay. It was hot. I bet you was hot out there though, playing with some bubbles. Unless they can bring the bubbles in the air conditioning. Count me out. Count me out. Oh, you Ubering and on the porch. I know that's right. Be careful driving now. Hey, Dreamer. What's up, girl? Keisha Harris, as I live and breathe. It's good to see you. How you been? I don't know. I was in a mood. My hair ain't done. I'm feeling washed out, but I don't know. I don't know. I felt like being on camera. You know, when I feel like doing it, I do it. You know, y'all hit the like button, help your girl out. Couture Bay, what you talking about? It was for charity? Okay. That's what's up. I like stuff like that. I think it's cool. Actually, I bet y'all had a good time. I wish I could do stuff like that. Now, like that heat, the heat does something different to me now. I went out in that heat today and it was tough. Hey, African Violet. Helga. Listen, I'm going to tell y'all what went on with that movie. We're going to talk about who cloned Tyrone. I want to talk about it. Listen, what y'all call it? Spoiler alerts when you warn people that I might mess around and tell you what's going on. I look pretty. Ooh, sis, thank you so much. That's some kind words. You had to reach hard to find them. I sure appreciate it. Hey, happy to be happy. Y'all, I had to dig down deep. I don't know. I just felt like I survived today. So I'm like, let me show my face. I don't care what I look like. Let me just show my face today. You say the weather was hot. It wasn't bad in New Jersey. Okay. I'm down here in the bottom in the south, so the heat was still the heat today. You know what? I'm so tired of black people being ignorant on the internet, calling people clones. It's like if whew, it's always them folks that ain't never read a book saying stuff like that. No, you gotta go. Okay. Oh, I just have like opinions about it. Like I ain't gonna review the whole movie. I'm not. But I'm gonna tell y'all like what I got from it. Okay. That's why I said spoiler alerts. Okay. Yeah, that man ain't cloned. That man was just sick. I don't even like Jamie Foxx like that, but that man ain't cloned. I'm tired of black people with that. Like it's so weird and foolish and ignorant. Yes, Catherine, it's out, and I'm gonna tell y'all like this. Y'all need to watch it. Hey, Queen of Hearts, KS. Mm-hmm. DT. Hey, Bookie. Listen. Anytime you need me, call me. Don't hesitate. You know what it is. What you say, girl? Ah, thank you. Some days I just, I don't mind showing my face. A lot of days I'm not combing no hair. I can't even make it look decent. And I just be like, I'm not finna do that just to be on no camera. Mm-mm. Ain't no days like that. Jamie looked like he cut out sugar and processed foods. That's what happens when you're in the hospital. You're on a diet. Like that hospital diet ain't no joke. Because those people do not feed you like you feed yourself at home. They don't. Hey, Tasha Brooks. Uh-oh, you off tonight. I have no idea. Like, where did it go? Because it's still on mine. Yeah, that man was sick, and he looked like he's still sick, actually. Yeah, they always doing too much. I'm just tired of it. Hey, sweet beloved. Hey, DS. Yeah, that man's sick. He's still sick. Like, I don't think he's like down like that, but you can tell he's still recovering. That man is not 100%. And, I did have it in my intention to talk about him a little bit. And just the fact that this man had to go public to get rid of the stupid rumors. Like, he ain't blind, he ain't paralyzed, he's not a clone. The man was just sick. It's like you can't get sick no more. If you get sick, you a clone. Like, I ain't been feeling good lately. I swear to God, if I go to the hospital, y'all better not go tell nobody I'm no goddamn clone. I ain't no clone. No. You know what I'm saying? But people do a whole lot of foolish stuff. It's like they really feel like the internet is real life. Whatever narratives or whatever is popular or trending as a conversation point or a talking point, these idiots act like that's real life. And I'm like, who are you people? Do y'all not have real lives off the internet? Do you really believe what you see and talk about on the internet is for real? What is wrong with y'all? Say he only moved one arm, I'm still praying for him. Well, yeah, pray for him, but the man done told y'all he ain't paralyzed. Like, at this point, it's getting silly. Yeah, he looked like he's still weak, but it's like people so disrespectful because the man keep his business to himself. Only thing y'all knew he was sick, and then next thing you know, all the stories and bullcrap. It's just rude. Like, it's real life rude. Rude. Because when the man got sick, oh, we need to see him. Hey, Queena. Hey, Kalila. Then when they see him, that ain't him. Then when they see that it is him, oh, he's paralyzed, he's blind. Now that he's talking and saying, look, I'm not paralyzed, he's a clone. Get a life. Get a life. Because I swear, if you had a real life, you wouldn't have time to be making up fantasy stories about people you never met. It's weird. Now, to sit down and talk about what's actually happening, have a conversation about it, that's cool. But to just make up all these fanciful escapist stories, like, I want black people to stop trying to escape reality and deal with reality. Like, it's giving pathetic. It's giving pathetic. I want us to be embarrassed enough to stop doing stuff like that. For real. We need to stop that. It ain't cute. I don't care how trendy it is. I don't care who you saw doing it. It ain't cute. Your blood pressure was through the roof. Try apple cider vinegar. You know, vinegar's real good at regulating blood pressure. A lot of people use it. Hey, Red Majestic Diva, what's up, girl? How you been doing? Ooh, Couture Bay say try dandelion tea. Regulates the heart. I need some of that. My heart been acting real funny lately. Hey, Sharon White. How you been? It's so good to see you. So look. Hold on. What you say, Keisha? Say it's the new weed they smoking. That stuff smell like embalming fluid and ammonia. I don't know if it's the new weed or whether these Negroes just really have never read a book and have no lives. Because that's what it's giving. Yeah, I'm just glad dude's alive. I'm not a fan. I have my reasons. But I'm just glad he's alive. And I'm really, as much as I may not care for him, I'm happy that, you know, he's able to talk for himself, and I'm glad his family kept him protected and didn't just let these weird vultures on the internet invade his personal medical records and everything else, because people are strange. I even heard that it was people getting in trouble, losing their jobs, trying to access medical records from that Carly Russell girl. Like, people really go overboard with these internet people. These people, you don't know them. They're not a part of your everyday life. You don't know them. They don't matter. Why are you risking it all to get involved with these people's personal business? Like, that's the strangest thing I have ever had the displeasure of seeing or hearing about. But anyway, before I get to the who clones Tyrone, y'all please hit the like button as you come in. Please tap that button. Okay? So look, first of all, let's talk about Jess Hilarious, shall we? Now look, again, this is another person that I can't say I'm a fan of. I'm not a fan of Jess Hilarious. Jess Hilarious do a lot of stuff to me that is borderline problematic, you know, searching for attention, I think. This is just my opinion. But this time, Just Hilarious wasn't in the wrong at all. Not even a little bit. So, where's my phone? Because I want y'all to hear this. Because this is what started the crap storm that is flying. I mean, the fur is flying all over social media. Again, like I say, these people really don't need no provocation. They keep some mess going. They do. But it's this crazy person that is on the internet, and this crazy person um okay, Sharon, that's what's up. We'll be praying for your parents too. Oh wow. Ah! Marilyn is here. Hey sis, love you. Couture Bay, what you say? I stand with Jess on this one too. But I need y'all to hear what started all this. We have a nut job who is literally trying to argue with women over who got the right to have a period. First of all, let me just say, we don't want the periods. They here. We didn't ask for them. Most of us celebrate once menopause is over. I'm one of those people. I'm waiting for menopause to be over, for my period to go away and never come back. Ain't nobody trying to fight you. We don't want to arm wrestle you for no period, baby. We don't. You a whole man. Most women in here ain't gonna beat you arm wrestling no way. It's okay. We not trying to fight you over no period. No. But I want y'all to hear this nut. Ooh, this crazy person that is up in arms about foolishness. Hold on. Let me see if I can find it again. It's been everywhere today. It's been everywhere, and everybody's been talking about it. I know y'all have heard it. I'm just trying to find a clean cut without anybody adding in their 2 cents before we go all the way into the mess. Mm-mm-mm. And then we're going to get into what Jess Hilarious had to say, because I don't feel like she said nothing wrong either, honestly. And I do mean nothing wrong. Okay, here we go.
It just comes out, the audacity, and just I mean when the transphobia just comes out, the audacity and just the arrogance for cis women to believe that they own periods, that they own womanhood. You don't. Okay, you don't own periods. You don't own womanhood. You experience both, and both are different for every person. But as a cis woman, it doesn't belong to you, so you can't gatekeep it. Like,
okay, so y'all heard the stupidity. Like, it's some stuff that I just can't make up. I have never heard anything that asinine in my life. First of all, like I said, ain't nobody over here hoarding periods, honey. Ain't nobody hoarding periods, because at the end of the day, we don't want them. We just got them. You know, that's the plight of actually being a woman. We don't get a choice of, oh, I don't want a period. Can I turn mine in? If we could donate periods, I promise you we would. See, Marilyn say, please take hers. I done had all the churn I want to have. You, if anybody is trying to sign up to take my period, I promise you, you will get no struggle out of me. Nobody is gatekeeping our biology. Flo left you about 4 years ago. Girl, I know you was happy. I know you was happy. There go my girl Rochelle. Hey girl. Hey Vita. That's what she Lala. She said that womanhood don't belong to us. I beg to differ. We were born this way. It was given to us by God Himself, and ain't nobody can change that. Nobody can change that. Unfortunately, He gave us them periods too, and can't nobody change that unless, of course, you get a doctor that's gonna look out, and just be like, "I got you, girl." You know what I mean? It just don't happen for us like that. We would like it to happen that way, but it just simply doesn't. It doesn't. So, there goes Sandra Sutton. Hey, girl. Say, me and that woman used to fight every month. You and Flo? Girl, Flo is hell. Flo is hell, and she's unreasonable. Right, Gaby. Ain't too many of us that's sitting there like, oh, no, the period, I've got to have it. I can't let you take it. We would love for you to have it, honey. Helga say the entitlement. Being a female is hard. We literally birth humans who never get off the effects that happen when you can and can't get a menstrual are life changing. Yes, it is. You 5 years free. Mm. Girl, I'm close. I'm close. I'm close, girl. I'm close. Tasha said, are trans women mad about the reproductive system? Maybe. Possibly. But that's not our fault. You mad at the wrong people. We didn't make ourselves. We were given these things that you're angry about. We didn't sign up for them. There was no sign up sheet in our mother's wombs. We were just born this way. From women who were just like us. They were born like that. What is this weird attack on womanhood? What you attacking women for? You've done everything possible to look like us. You've done everything possible to appear the same as us, and yet you're angry with us for our biology. How strange. How strange. Yeah, Carly saw a baby and they apparently feel like they can see blood where there's none. Hey, Cheryl. Well, I'm going to talk about that a little bit later. Y'all hit the like button now, please. Mods, please do a like count. Pretty please. Gabby said, I'm exclusively breastfeeding right now, and I love not having my period. I never breastfed, so I really didn't get to enjoy the period-free time. I never breastfed. My mother told me it would ruin my breast, and I believed her. Thank God. But shout out to the women who do, okay? Because y'all the real soldiers, okay? So let's hear what Jess had to say, y'all. Let's listen to Jess.
Is gonna stand up for us. Who the fuck stands up for us? And us, I mean women, real women, biological women, women who were born with all the parts that you guys wish that you were. When does the delusion stop? What is the difference between you and someone who has been diagnosed to be mentally insane? What's the only difference is you don't have a straight jacket on. Stop talking out your fucking ass. Wake up. How are you projecting your anger on real women? Because we are the gatekeepers. We are the gatekeepers for periods. We the only one that fucking bleed, honey. We the only ones that can give birth. We make y'all people. We make y'all. Y'all come from us. You can't be us. You will never. You're chasing something you'll never ever get. You'll never be that. The fuck is gonna stand up for us?
Well, she threw a couple of curse words in there as sentence enhancers, you know, for all my SpongeBob fans. But I didn't hear her tell no lies. I didn't hear no lies. Mm-mm. Wow. Interesting. So, you know, she faced backlash. And if I'm being honest, I'm not sure why. You had a couple of pick Mishas that were there because just like you have pick me's for straight men, you have pick me's for trans women slash men, shims, mamsers, whatever the hell you want to say, however you want to say it. And so there was a couple of them. One of them, she came out, this idiot, Olayemi Olurin. So some Yoruba girl, which is hilarious because I'm sitting here like, so what do you think your parents would have to say if you decided you was going to trans into a man? So this idiot says, I just saw that ignorant transphobic video Jess Hilarious put out, and enough. Cis women are not the only people who experience menstruation. First of all, I'm done right there. I'm done with that. First of all, last I checked, menstruation, you don't experience it, honey. It happens to you. It ain't no experience. I've never called it an experience. It is simple science. It is biology. The lining of your uterus fills with blood in expectation of implantation of an embryo, of an egg, a fertilized egg. And when that doesn't happen, that blood has to be emptied out for your health. If it doesn't empty out, you're going to have some other problems. And so it empties out of your uterus, comes out of your cervix, blood clots and all that unpleasantness that we deal with. And then 28 days later, it happens again. That is menstruation. Considering the fact that a man doesn't have a uterus or uterine lining to fill with blood, you absolutely are not experiencing menstruation. For it to be menstruation, the prerequisite is a uterus. You ain't got one. You ain't got one. Ain't nobody experiencing menstruation but a woman, because women have uteruses. There's nothing changes that. If you want to live your life as a woman, who can stop you? You're an adult. You're grown. This is America, Jack. Ain't nobody running around snatching your skirts, or wigs, purses, or whatever from you. Okay? There's absolutely nothing that anybody's going to do to you if you want to live your life as a woman. If that's the way you want to live your life, nobody's going to stop you. But this is foolish to go around attacking women for our biology. I don't recall at any point in my mother's womb or after that anybody asked me if I wanted a period. Nobody asked me that. Nobody gave me an option. I don't think there was one to have. I don't think there was one to be had. What took place was my mama gave me a kit and said that eventually, any day now, your period is going to start and you need an extra pair of drawers, a bar of soap, because you know, what, no gel soap back then, you know. Y'all know I'm a little old. was a bar of soap, some extra drawers. There was a bag to put your dirty undies in because she didn't want you putting that in the trash for nobody. There was a couple of pads in there, and a couple of quarters for the payphone in case you need to call your mama to come get you because your other pants or whatever you had, your outer garments got stained or something. That's what I was given. Nobody gave me an option. An option is what I didn't get. Okay. And they're saying weird things like vaginas don't make you a woman. If that's the case, I'm gonna steal from Flame Monroe because I'm gonna let y'all hear what Flame had to say in a minute. Which I love Flame Monroe for life because Flame is so real. Lord Tasha say we all had the kit. Your mama gave you the kit too. Mm-hmm. Yep. You went around your mama, you had the kit. And this is the thing. Uh-oh, Cheryl. Hey, girl. But this is what I don't understand. What are we angry about? And if a vagina don't make you a woman, you see yourself as a woman, you want to live your life as a woman, why are you paying the doctor to then split your penis and tuck it inside of you to create something that resembles a vagina? If a vagina is not synonymous with womanhood, why do you feel the need to try to create an orifice that resembles one? It's so much double talking that don't make no sense to me. It's confusing. Honestly, it's pure confusion and it don't make sense. It just don't. You mad at women that can't control, we can't control menstruation. And yes, I do own it. Whether I want it or not, I own it. I've owned it since I was 10 years old. Because that's when it started. My womanhood, I for dang sure own that, baby. Because I've had it ever since January 31st, many moons ago. So I do own it. I didn't have to pay for it. I didn't have to reduce it to some outfit, some makeup, and a wig. I was born with it. Couture Bay say, child, they always change the goalposts when we stand up. Naturally. We didn't get any option. We didn't get no option. So then, as if that wasn't bad enough, before I let y'all hear what Flame Monroe had to say, what really got me was the likes of T.S. Madison. This is why I don't mind calling that thing out. And I do mean thing. And I mean that in the most disrespectful way possible. That thing. Talking about some of y'all being mistaken for men. Baby, can't nobody mistake you for a man. Ain't no mistake to be made. You are a man, Timothy. You are a man. I don't care how many wigs you put on. I don't care how much makeup you put on. You a man. And what I find even more disgusting is that you trying to say that this girl looks like a man. But isn't that always the way when it comes to black women? The first insult is you look like a man. That's why people like me will always point out Jake from State Farm, aka Little Robert Dixon from Potomac, and that large Hispanic gentleman, Mia Thornton. And that's the reason I pointed out, because those clear and clear adjacent people will look like whole big burly dudes and nobody says a word. But if a black girl is in high yellow with hair that don't look black, naturally we gonna call her a man, and nobody points out how anti-black and colorist that is. But I'm gonna always point out when the clear and clear adjacent are sitting up here looking like the Raiders starting lineup. I'm always point it out. Always. But I'm gonna let y'all hear from Flame, because y'all know I love Flame Monroe. I love Flame. Flame has got to be one of the most genuine souls on this planet. Got to be. But y'all got to hear this. You just have to. Let me let you hear what my sweetheart Flame Monroe had to say. Let me grab a couple more comments while I let this run. Helga said, a child's biological sex, male or female, is determined by the chromosome and the male parent contributes. Correct. Y'all are mad at the wrong parent. Right. Why you ain't mad at the men? You know why? Because this is toxic masculinity in a freaking skirt and some makeup. Toxic masculinity. This is misogyny in a skirt. That's what it is. Yes. All of them looking like the like first string. Like they ain't never rode the bench. You can't tell me Robert Dixon don't look like a defensive lineman. You can't tell me that large Hispanic gentleman, Mia Thornton, don't look like she could have played with Michael Jordan them for the Bulls. She looked like she was a good power forward. Yes, she does. Yes, she does. Now, I believe she had some children. So, I know technically you a girl. But they real quick to say a black woman looks masculine without acknowledging the fact that you were told that dark meant masculinity. So when a black woman shows her face, naturally she looked like a man. Meanwhile, in Potomac and everywhere else. Hey, Ashley. Oh, that's good. Talk to mama. Hey, Magdalene. What's going on, sis? So look, let me let y'all hear what Flame had to say. Flame gave it to us. I might have to skip through some of it because Flame get down. And me. Hold on, y'all. Y'all, my bad. I still gotta be mama. Y'all know I don't get to be mama. I don't get to quit being mama because I'm online. Did you do that? Stir it. Okay, my bad. Okay, so look, let me let y'all hear this little tidbit, okay?
It's think that you're a woman and you discarding women. It looks like on the outside looking in, and from the people I talk to, that the thing that you want to become the most seems to be the thing that you hate. You want to become a woman, but you hate women. You're trying to build yourself up as a woman by discarding biological women. You wouldn't even be here if a biological woman would have gave up no pussy and let a nigga bust in her to get you here. And you are ungrateful for that. Let me tell you something. I'm not worried about what y'all. Let me remind my trans sisters of this. That's old, young, new, future, past, and present. You can't outgirl a girl when you was born as a boy. One more time for the people in the back. You can't outgirl a girl when you was born a boy. You can't. It's just the natural order of things. You could be as feminine, as pretty, as soft, as beautiful, but that nigga DNA is still that nigga's DNA. Good God, you don't have sex changes. You cut your penis off or you close down your vagina because DNA don't change. You cannot change DNA. You can't beat God. I know but some of us think we can. You can't beat God. These doctors can come up with every technology they want to. You are still biologically a man. That's no read, because you live in a country where you can identify and be whoever you want to be freely in this country. You can't do that in Iran. You can't do that in Dubai. But you can do that in America. But you discredit women because you want to say, oh, if I get rid of women, I'm going to be the only woman. You won't be the only woman. You will never be the only woman. And men who adore women and love biological women, and that's not to say that they don't care for everybody else, I ain't going to never accept you for what you want. That's just not going to happen. That's the truth. That ain't no read. The truth needs to be taught to the youth because you older bitches ain't gonna learn. You already got your mind made up. And stupidity is stupidity. And here's my issue. I ain't never heard none of my trans sisters, even the ones I know who had their SRS. SRS, for those who I don't know, is a sexual reassignment surgery. Even the ones who have had it, I ain't never heard one of my trans sisters say, oh, I want to have a period. That was never a desire. So why would this nigga come out here talking about women don't own periods and womanhood? See, the NWT brigade, that's niggas with titties. I'm one of them, but I'm not one of them. I'm just a nigga with titties. The NWT brigade has lost their goddamn mind. Has lost their minds. You will never discard a woman. You will never disgrace a woman. You will never replace a woman. You won't. You just won't. If that is what your end game is, the end game will turn on you and they will burn us down long before they're going to get rid of a woman who can bring in another life, who can bring in a baby, who can procreate and keep the world going. Because you can't get pregnant in a booty hole. I tried it both ways. You can't. Just in case you didn't know. And my issue right now is where's all these big name activists, all you angry bitches that always got something to say that, oh, I love women. You know, one minute they love women, then the next podcast they do, women in competition with them or women jealous of them and they ain't got no problem with women. Woo-woo. And then the next podcast, oh, women can't take us. The black bitches can't take us. And woo. Okay, where y'all at now? Because y'all should be speaking out against stuff like this. This is doing a lot of detriment to the community. People speaking like that women don't own periods or women don't own womanhood. Because who owns it if women don't own it? Men don't own it. Trans women damn sure don't own it because trans women learn how to be a woman by watching a woman. Ooh, did I just hit it? Did I step on the toe? Let me say that again. Trans women learn how to be a woman by watching a woman. Oh, y'all forgot? Oh, let me remind you. Your mama, your grandmama, whoever raised you, your aunties, your sisters, and here's the killer. Most young gay boys, before they decide to become trans or whatever they decide to become, most young gay boys' best friend was a biological female, a little young girl. Y'all 10, 11 years old. My little girlfriend Tracy said, ooh, Marcus, I like David. I said, ooh, Tracy, I got a secret. She said, what? I like David too. So that's the first person you come out to. Then when you get so comfortable with your gay or your trans or however you identify, then you automatically better than them? No, you're not better than them. That's still your friend. That's the person who you trusted with your biggest secret. You couldn't even tell your mother and father, but you told your best friend, but now you better than them. You motherfuckers is lost in the sauce. I'm telling you right now. Stay mad at me. You can kiss my dick in the face and start at the lips. Because I know what the truth is. I know what the truth is. Oh, a vagina don't make you a woman. That's their biggest argument. A vagina don't make you a woman. You ain't had the right vagina then, because I had some pussy last night. I'm feeling quite bitchy this morning. No. Here's the killer. If a vagina don't make you a woman, why rush to cut your penis off to get what is not really a vagina? Because you will not really be a woman. Them your words, not mine. Them your words, not mine. Because you say a vagina don't make you a woman, but then you run and cut your penis off to get what's not really a real vagina, and then you still not going to be a real woman. It's just say that you want to do that for you, but don't try to discredit that a vagina don't make you a woman, because a vagina damn sure makes you a woman. A vagina makes you a woman, not a meat byproduct, because some of these SRSs is meat byproducts. Let me just talk about it. Be mad at me, I don't give a fuck. God give you a pussy, the doctor give you a hole. One more time. God give you a pussy, the doctor give you a hole. It's a Chicago nigga. This is what we do.
Y'all hit the like button. Flame saying what I can't say.
About to be back in jail. Been there, done that. Get out. Can do it again. Don't want to, but have. I'm just y'all. You're discrediting something that is so important to life. Because guess what? We could even be alive if a woman didn't have sex to have us. Women make trans women. Biological women make trans women, trans men, gay boys, fat boys, white women, black women, old women, skinny women, fat men, special needs children. Biological women have babies.
Flame ain't doing nothing but telling the truth.
Fucking, won't be no more trans. If you stop fucking, you just stop fucking. You can't get nobody pregnant unless you doing it the other way. Because you damn sure ain't finna have and carry no baby. And all that shit they doing now, we're talking about, oh, men are taking shots so they can breastfeed the baby. They can chest feed. Why? Because y'all need something to do. First, it was the tampon box. Y'all was upset because we wasn't on the tampon box. What you need to be on the tampon box for? Even if you get an SRS, even if you go get the Obama coochie, the Obama slice is what I call it, the Obama slice, you're not going to bleed. You're not gonna have a period. You just went and got sliced. You're not gonna have a period. Even in your delusional mind, you're not gonna have a period. From what I hear, you ain't gonna bust a nut. But I don't know. That may not be true for everybody. But from the 4 or 5 girls I know who had an SRS, they can't even have an orgasm. Who gives up their orgasm to look in the mirror to say I'm pretty? I'm pretty with my orgasm. I'm prettier with it. Shit. You should see the way I shine afterward.
Whoo, Lord. Listen. Y'all got to go to Flame Monroe Instagram. Flame done took me down, round, and through there with the orgasms and titties and coochies and everything. Y'all just got to go to Flame Monroe's Instagram and hear the rest of that. It's a long one. Flame had a lot to say. Flame is always real, and Flame has always been an ally to women. Flame ain't never felt the need to try to disrespect, erase, discredit womanhood in order to live in his own truth or her own truth. I don't want to mess up. I'm from the old time. I don't know all that stuff. All I know is I love Flame. Okay, whether it's he, she, they, them, I love Flame because Flame is real. Okay, right, Couture Bay, on the side of right. On the side of right, because enough is enough. Enough is enough. He was telling the truth. I don't, you know what I'm saying? Like, y'all know me. I'm not teaching Sunday school in here. So if somebody cuss, they just cuss. Now, sometimes, they might go a little deep for me. Might get a little deep for me. I might have to pull it back. But I'm not mad at that. Say what you need to say. Because Flame Show told the truth. I ain't heard not one lie. And I'm so glad that Flame stood with Jess Hilarious, because we had people attacking Jess Hilarious like she said something wrong. What's the problem? What's the problem? I'm confused. Can somebody help me? What we talking about crazy people, before we get to who cloned Tyrone or they cloned Tyrone, we got to talk about Amber Rose, because this heifer done let her cheese slide all the way off her cracker. She done lost her mind. So this ignorant cow, and I do mean ignorant cow, okay? She posts on her story a reel of some children that's praying. Hey, Vet. There go my girl. Hey, boo. Sandra said, I just graduated biology. Well, congratulations, sis. Yeah, Flame ain't no goddamn Pinocchio. Lies ain't what Flame finna do at all. So look, this cow, and I want to be very, very clear. This cow who promotes being a slut walk, hold this, hold that, you know what I'm saying? This heifer, this cow, post a reel of some children praying over another child, and they're emotional and they're in tears while they're praying. And let me tell you what this whore, this cow, this non-entity, what she had to say. She said, this is child abuse. These kids are so young, stressing their little bodies out over something they can't change is crazy. I never understand the church or religion. Also, these children probably don't really feel like this. They've been trained and taught that this is what God wants. Full stop. Full stop. First of all, let me just say this. Teaching your children to pray is not abuse. It's actually one of the most responsible things you can do as a mother, is to teach your children to pray, to teach your children that there is a God and you can talk to him for yourself. You don't need Father Flanagan, who might grab your backside. You don't need Reverend Porkchop that might be sleeping with, Sister Abernathy in the pastor study, that you can talk to God for yourself. That is not abuse. Whore. 1. 2, if you want to go to hell, why on earth can't you go by yourself? Why are you on the internet spreading your message of hellfire and offering people the opportunity to carpool to hell with you? If you want to go to hell, Amber, go. You going anyway, probably. You a whole hoe and promoting whoredoms to the world. And if you don't pray, well, then there you go. There's nothing to worry about. There's nothing to worry about at all. And you know something else while I'm talking? This new thing that's going on social media and with these young idiots. And it's not all young people, it's the young idiots. I'm specifically speaking about the young idiots who run around and everything is abuse. Teaching a child to pray, it's abuse. Making them take a bath, it's abuse. They got some schools with kitty litter boxes, so if the children want to identify as a furry, they can piss in a litter box. If you don't let them piss in a litter box, that's abuse. Everything is abuse. That entire set of idiots that call everything abuse, I want y'all all to hold hands and jump at the same time. It's stupid as hell. It's stupid as hell. First of all, them children praying was minding their business. Them poor little babies, they don't even know you. And their life is better for it. So you took time out of your day. Hey, Nadine, this tramp, this cow, this absolute nincompoop took time out of her day and a reel of children who don't know her. How about the fact that you posting people's children that you don't even know? Claiming that the children are being abused because you see them engaging in prayer. This whore said, I never understand the church or religion. So if you don't understand it, why the hell are you speaking on it, ho? It sounds to me like the only thing you understand is penises. I want you to limit your conversation to dicks. Because you don't understand church or religion. You don't understand what we believe and why we believe it. So why are you speaking on us? Because last I heard, I don't sit down and talk about, clear adjacent and cloudy holes, because I don't understand clear adjacent and cloudy holes. See, I keep things out of my mouth that I don't understand. And considering that I'm not friendly with any clear adjacent or cloudy holes, and I can't ask them questions on what your experience is, I don't talk about them. It's a novel idea, Amber. It's a novel idea. And I'm going to tell you something else that really kind of gets me. It's real funny. All these people who, I don't understand religion. I don't like religion. Why is it the only religion that you got so much to say about is Christianity? Is it possibly because we're just acceptable targets? We're the people it's cool to attack? It's not that you're really an atheist. You're just a empty-headed, bobblehead, trend hopping hoe. That's what you are. If it became a trend to follow the Lord tomorrow, you try to grow you some hair, grab a Bible, and take your wore out tail and sit it on somebody's pew and let that acid drip from up out of you and probably put a hole in the seat. That's what you would do. Because if it was just you didn't like religion, and this is for all of the fake woke, so I'm so intelligent, but I never read a book, niggas on the internet that run around spouting this crap. Why is it when y'all don't like religion, the only religion you attack is Christians? It's because you a coward and a clown and a trend hopping hoe. Because if it was just that you didn't like religion, oh baby, you would go after the Hindus, the Buddhists, the Zoroastrianism. You would go after Muslims. You would go after Jews. You would go after everybody. But no, it's only Christians because you're a coward. And we're the people you can attack and nothing happens. And then y'all sit back, and the minute we say something, then it turns into, oh, see, you're a Christian. You're not supposed to act like that. Well, let me ask you a serious question. Trend hopping hoe. Let me ask you, how the hell would you know what we supposed to do? You ain't one of us, remember? You don't read nothing, so I know you ain't read a Bible. So how the hell would you know what we supposed to do? How would you know, hoe? I would like to encourage Amber Rose. Don't go chasing waterfalls, ho, stick to the dicks and balls you used to. Leave Christian folks alone. Because see, some of us will tell you about your behind and pray for you later. It'll be all right. I swear it will. It's just tacky. You up here posting children to attack children. Oh. So not only attack Christians because it's easy, let's attack children. Children. Now you snuck a lick in on Jocelyn Joshua Hernandez, and that was a sneak on her. But I don't see you doing a whole lot with nobody else. Just food for thought. I just had to throw that in for free because your cheese done slid off your cracker. I know you desperate for attention, but next go round, leave Christians out of it because we ain't thinking about you. We ain't worried about you. I don't think not one of the outreach teams at no church in this country is knocking on your door to try to get you into heaven. I think a whole lot of us would be real comfortable if you didn't come nowhere near there. And I don't think nobody want to see you at the church either. Mm-mm. I don't think they're looking for you. People like that really make me sick. And this is just for anybody. It's a FYI. If you one of them people that just, I don't like religion, make sure you attacking everybody's religion. Stop being safe and cowardly. Stop being a cowardly lion. And the only people you run at is Christians. Ask yourself why that is. That's all I'm going to say about that. And I'm done. I'm done. DT, what you say, boo? Say I'm a believer in Christ and not perfect, but one thing I do is mind my own business and say my prayers. That's for sure. And that's all we supposed to be doing is minding our business, drinking our water, saying our prayers, and some of us detangling our hair, but that's another story. That mess is disgusting. I'm real sick of it, real tired. Like I'm tired of the cowards. I'm so tired. Like attack somebody that's not an acceptable target. Like let me just say this. Hold on, real quick. Let me readjust y'all. Hold on. Don't worry, I'm gonna turn the camera back on. I feel like looking at y'all tonight. For some reason, I'm not sure why. I feel away today. Okay. So now, have y'all noticed that the only acceptable targets that you can really attack on social media, and everybody will give you a pass, make excuses for your attacks, and allow them, are Black women and Christians? Y'all ain't peeped that. And God forbid you a Black woman and a Christian. Oh, baby, they finna call you all kind of wig wearing this, that. And a whole lot of us don't even own wigs. Some of us got hot flashes. I would love to wear a wig, and I can't. I will catch fire over here. I used to wear them when I could, but that's neither here nor there. Y'all don't find it interesting that there are acceptable targets? Like literally, just watch. Just watch. You can attack a Black woman, but if a man who wears a dress tells you that your period ain't yours, you can attack a Christian any way you like. But you got Hebrew Israelites saying all kind of ridiculous stuff. Black women are dirty and they bald headed and all this wild stuff. And no, y'all ain't noticed that. I'm just saying, this just food for thought. I'm gonna let it go. But just food for thought. Just saying. Think about it for a minute. I promise you I'm not wrong. Think about it for a minute. If you let them tell it we the ugliest, most bald-headed, everybody is 700 pounds with big old fupas, and our husbands don't want, or no, my bad. They say we ain't even got husbands. Even when the Negroes is laying beside us, we ain't got no husbands. We all a bunch of baby mamas, and we just ignorant, and all that. We're all of those things. We're all of those things. I just want y'all to really pay attention to who social media, regular media, the public at large consider to be acceptable targets. Okay, because it might the acceptable target might look like you. I'm just saying. Think about that for a minute. So now I want to talk about the movie. They cloned Tyrone. Can we talk about the movie a little bit? Because look, I have thoughts. And I want to tell y'all what my thoughts are. All right? First of all, let me say this. That movie was amazing. If you have not watched it yet on your Netflix, go to your Netflix and go watch They Clone Tyrone. The movie is amazing. First of all, I'm a science fiction fan. It's very rare that you get black people in science fiction. Okay? And when you do, you get only a certain portion of black society included in the story, right? And what makes this, and I promise y'all, I'm not gonna really be like doing spoilers like that. I may slip and say some stuff here and there. That's why I said spoiler alert. But y'all really watch the movie. But what I think, look, Gabor said the best movie I've seen all year. Me too. Me too. Are you doing meal prep or can you talk? Because if you talk, I'm gonna put the link out. But what was so moving to me in this movie? One, I just want to say it was excellently written. It was excellently casted. I had absolutely no complaints about any portion of this movie. And y'all know I'm good at dissecting stuff. I get real analytical and nerdy, especially with movies and TV shows and especially science fiction because it is one of my favorite genres. I had no complaints. I had no critiques whatsoever. It was to a degree black exploitation movies. Okay, you prepping the chicken, you can come up in a sec. Okay, good. I'm gonna send it to your phone. It was black exploitation movie meet sci-fi. Okay, why that is so poignant to me is because normally anytime it's black people in sci-fi, they're very careful about making sure that it's the respectability African American, raccoonish American almost crowd. It's never just straight up, those different sectors of black society that is showcased and showcased in such an intelligent way. It was showing the ignorant side of some of the black communities in this country without being ignorant about it. It was showing them and showing how those different facets, those different tropes, those different personas within our communities, how it actually is detrimental and how it benefits another such community. I'm gonna just say that without going too far. I ain't gonna just mess up everything. But I really want y'all to watch it, like really get into it. I'm gonna tell y'all who was on the cast in 1 second. I'm up here trying to message Gabor. Okay. I just texted you, Bubby. Let me tell y'all who was on the cast. Let's do that. Hold on, y'all. I'm coming. Y'all know I'm old. It take me a minute. So it was starring Jamie Foxx. Okay, he played a pimp. John Boyega. That young man is talented as hell. Ooh, he's talented. Let me say this before I even finish talking about the cast, because I'm just gonna talk because I feel like it. It's a Saturday night and I don't run the street, so I'm gonna run my mouth. All right. That young man is so talented, and he's uniquely talented. That's nothing taken away from what's that other fella name? Kaluuya. I don't even know his name. He was in what was that movie where the white folks was trying to steal Negroes' bodies? Get Out. Not taking nothing from him. I'm not. Hey, Antoinette. You watching it now. Okay. I ain't finna tell too much. But the reason I say John Boyega is uniquely, that's his name, Daniel Kaluuya, whatever his name is. I ain't taking nothing from him. But John Boyega is uniquely talented in that he authentically can represent an American Black person and do it in such a way that is seamless. It does, and this is why I agree with Samuel L. Jackson when he was critiquing the fact that they keep bringing in Black people from other countries to play Black people from this country, which is a very valid point. It's an extremely valid point, as a matter of fact, because our experience is so different. All of the different things that we experience in this country as Black people, it actually feeds into the different personas that you see here. So someone who doesn't come from this background or who hasn't lived those experiences, they in my opinion oftentimes are not able to adequately portray those personas that are a direct product of the environments. That goddamn John Boyega, that boy, I don't know whether, and I'm saying boy because he's young enough to be my child, but that young man, and I'm saying it lovingly, he must really study Black people over here on an anthropological level, because he's able to take all of those nuances and actually portray them and not just say words and hide an accent. Mm-mm. Because there's more to Black people than an accent in any country, in any part of the diaspora, on the continent, whatever. It's more to our experiences than just an accent. It's more to it than that. So shout out to him. The young lady, Tiana Paris, she is so gorgeous. She's so pretty. Also a very good actress. I enjoyed her. If I seen her in something else, I don't know. Y'all know I'm in the Pretty Black Girls fan club. Sometimes I get starstruck. I'll see a pretty Black girl and just be like, and then I won't remember what I saw her in. I'm just like, I'm going to try to remember her name because she was gorgeous. They had my boy Lil Murder in here. Lil Murder was in here. Yes. Oh my God. Y'all know I love Lil Murder from P Valley. Lil Murder was in here. Let's see, Kiefer Sutherland. Now y'all know Daddy liked to watch that show 24. And I started paying attention to him in 24. Okay. If Beale Street Could Talk. Is that what she was in before Tiana Paris? I'm gonna have to go see and pay attention to her. I need to look her up and try to learn a little bit about her. I like her. Oh, she's so gorgeous. Mm-hmm. Lorenz Tate talked about that too. Yeah, because it's important. Like, we may share genetics, but you don't share the same story. So sometimes it comes off as inauthentic, because an accent we're more than an accent. We're more than an accent. In my opinion, it's just as crazy as getting somebody who's in this same country, but you're not from that same background and you can't authentically portray it without having some type of connection or understanding or studying, really, really, really studying the environment and the people from that environment and being able to authentically relate it. So, shout out to John Boyega, that boy right there. And like I say, Lil Murder was there. Yes, Kiefer Sutherland played Jack Bauer on 24. Daddy got me hooked on 24. And baby, that did it for me. That did it for me. Yes. Quite a few actors and actresses. I don't know if y'all know these people. Megan Sousa. I didn't see David Allen Greer. If he was in there, I don't remember him. Sharif Earp. Tyler Antonius, Tracy Malachi, Joshua Michael, and Brian Tyree. So, the whole cast, like, in my opinion, everybody did their thing. Everybody was really authentic. They really put a lot into these roles. The story, just to give you an overview, the story starts with this young man by the name of Fontaine. And I'm not going to tell everything, so don't worry, don't kill me. Gabor, when you finish that chicken, come up now. He was oh my God, the makeup was so good. I didn't realize David Allen Greer was the preacher. Have mercy. And that was a character that we have truly, truly, truly got to talk about in the black community, because a lot of times in our little conclaves, the preacher often plays the role of somebody who pacifies and placates Negroes. And baby, they had that preacher really play that role. I didn't even realize that was David Allen Greer. I be damned. Mm-mm-mm. But so this character that they're following through the story is centered around this character Fontaine, and you're watching, and a lot of things, like my baby was oh, she was my big girl, my peanut, she's out with her friend for Ron for his birthday. Happy birthday, Ron. That's Mama Toot Toot. But so she ain't here, so she can't remind me. It was another movie she was telling me to watch. It was supposedly another black sci-fi movie, Can I Help You? Or oh, what in the, oh Lord, how can I don't know, it'll come to me. But anyway, so she was saying in that movie, much like Us, the movie starts out, a lot of the movies start out and then the sci-fi comes way later. This one, you got the sci-fi element right up front. It was a small build up, but you didn't have to really wait for it. Like, they were right in your face with it. Um, they didn't make you guess at what was happening. You know what's happening. Um, the character, that main character, I loved it because the character had layers, layers and layers. And then we find out later that it was all part of a bigger design. I'm telling y'all, it was excellent. Not to mention, at the end of the movie, we had Negro royalty, Miss Erica Badu herself, singing. They done cloned Tyrone. And honey, when I tell you, I was taking on so many peaks and troughs throughout this film. Um, the pretty girl, Tiana Paris, she played a prostitute by the name of Yo-Yo. And even that character, masterfully played. She was equal parts rugged, slightly, very feminine, extremely beautiful, but intelligent. So it was showing that element of, you know, don't judge a book by its cover. Don't assume that somebody who's living a certain lifestyle doesn't have anything in their head. It was a lot going on with that. Um, the way the church was characterized in this one, it wasn't disrespectful to the church or to Christians, but it pointed out something that is very relevant. That's all I'm gonna say. And I'm gonna refer y'all back to the live stream where I talked about Dr. Bobby Jones from Bobby Jones Gospel, and the fact that he was 5 feet away from Sexy Red, the booty hole brown girl, screaming about her booty hole was brown at the BET Awards. Mm-hmm. While he looked horrified. See, it's so much that is relative, it's relatable, and it's relevant. Like, when I tell y'all, watch this one, and I'm gonna come back and we're gonna break it down, like all of the very powerful messages that were in this movie that were portrayed. um I loved it. In a word, I loved it. I absolutely loved it. And I saw the symbolism too, the symbolism of, the system building monsters, but the monsters that they build, they can't control. And I said, ooh, like my heart literally, like, I don't know, I felt like my heart heated up or something. It was crazy. It was really crazy. Y'all have definitely got to watch this movie. I'm telling you, I would not fool y'all. I wouldn't tell you nothing wrong. You got to. Good boy, you coming or you still playing with that chicken? Jay, let me see. Let me grab some of y'all comments too while I'm waiting on Bubby. Girl, if I could give you all of this hair, I would. I still have to detangle. Like, it's a situation over here. It's a whole situation going on. Like, it's real. It's real over here, sis. Oof. Ooh, the girl's struggling. The girl's struggling, baby. I'm struggling. Well, I mean, she got called Tyrone, but she said they done cloned Tyrone. Mm-hmm. Virgin Love said, I've been to London, and without listening to them, I thought I was in New York. Ah, that's nice. Yeah, major cities can be like that. They can be like that. Oh, that Daniel Kaluuya person, he was in Black Panther. He sure was. Yes, he was. Lord, Shani, is you up here telling these people you smoking reefer? I'ma roll up and watch it tonight. After Lord have mercy, Shani up here telling these people she's smoking reefer. Lord, leave it to Shani. That's my girl. That's right, y'all. Keep hitting that like button. There go my little brother. Hey, Book Whoop.
What's good?
Try nothing.
The motherfuckers clone Tyrone.
Clone them.
Mm-mm.
Look, you watched it too.
Mm-hmm.
Did you get all that? Like, am I tripping, or was there so
Mm-mm.
much to this movie? Like, I was in love. I watched it a second time after I talked to you.
I ain't watched. I fell asleep after I got off the phone with my mama. I fell asleep, and
Mm-hmm.
that's why it's 8 o'clock, and I'm at home on a Saturday night cooking some chicken.
Ooh, ain't nothing wrong with that.
Right.
Sandra, the movie is called They Clone Tyrone, and it's on Netflix.
But I genuinely love the movie.
I did. Okay, so without giving them too much, what was your favorite part, or what part like hit you the hardest? Like which part?
Hold on, my headphones fell off. But the part that hit me the hardest, that really got me in my emotions, is when he walked in the room, when he was talking to his mama and he was trying to get her to open the door and she wouldn't come out, and when he kicked the door in and it
Ooh,
was a recording, you know.
that was hurt.
But they didn't. The only thing is they didn't let him stay in there too long, because once he went outside, the little brother was outside. You know what I'm saying?
The little boy in the hood, not the real
Yeah.
brother.
And he was like,
Mm-hmm.
not right, not right now, not right now. And then they started playing with the little Capri Suns, you know what I'm saying? But that was when that happened, I was like, oh my God, I couldn't imagine, you know. But
Yeah.
like they said, they just had him there to sell drugs. He didn't really care about seeing his mama, so he wouldn't have known if she was there or not.
It's like he was programmed to
Mm-hmm.
be a machine, to be that monster that fed the system, that created a construct for other Negroes to fall into. Like the trap became a real trap. And the trap
Mm-hmm.
is a real trap. Some of us have been to the trap. Some of us have been trapping, in at different points in our lives. I'm not glorifying it or nothing else. As you know, I don't glorify that stuff. I don't think it's cool. But it was crazy to watch, like almost as though you need these characters in order to maintain a trap that keeps black people where they at.
Mm-hmm.
Like you got to be extraordinary to escape that if you are in those environments. And I like the fact that this country, all black people ain't the same over here. You got different backgrounds, different types of black folks all over the place. And so that hood existence, or what we call socioeconomically below the poverty level in these areas, these red line districts, that is a very real, exploited, stereotyped, disadvantaged, and ignored demographic in the black community.
Mm-hmm.
That subset of blackness in this country is written off as useless, written off as, oh, they're just hood, they're ignorant, they're written off as having no future, not wanting anything, wanting to live in their conditions. That's why I like the girl Yo-Yo,
Mm-hmm.
because it really showed that, okay, she may have been in this particular socioeconomic strata, but there was something in her head that was bigger than that.
Mm-hmm.
I
And
loved it.
she wanted more. A lot of times people judge people by where they're at, you know what I'm saying? But
Mm-hmm.
sometimes some girls may have to start off like that. We never really know what a person's story is, you know what I'm saying? And
Yeah,
some girls just have to start off differently, but she did want more for herself.
absolutely. Absolutely. And I think that so easily and so often, these people are written off. The drug dealers, the pimps, the prostitutes, they're written off. They're written off. And the only semblance of respectability in these areas are the church Negroes. And I love the way they were depicted as being, you know, pacified, placated, put to sleep,
Mm-hmm.
trust. Mm-hmm. It don't matter if your grandson got shot. It don't matter if you can't pay your bills. Trust.
Hmm.
I said, woo, shots fired. I enjoyed it. I'm telling you, like and you know me, you know I can be critical as hell. I couldn't find nothing to criticize in that whole movie from start to finish, and I've watched it twice.
Me neither. I heard some people say that they didn't think that John Boyega did a good job, but I couldn't find really nothing to critique. I felt like the Fontaine that we had at the beginning of the movie and the person that we had at the end of the movie was two totally different people. I can hear the accent that he had. The accent that he had was different in both um, coasts because we don't know where he was from in the first part of the movie, right? The main setting. We don't know where he was from, and we actually, if you paid attention, we don't even know what setting it was from. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
I
We
can't
just
tell
know
you
the
if it
Glen.
was. Yeah, we just know it was the Glen. We can't tell you if it was early 2000s or 2020 because they made references to Obama being president, but they still had flip phones. And if you go to probably to the deep south and some poor parts like Texarkana or something like that or whatever, they probably still using flip phones. You know what I'm saying?
But that could be current anywhere because well, I know that wasn't you, but in that in the drug culture, that flip phone never went away.
I'm talking about like the razors,
Let me say it
and
again.
they were still using beepers.
Yeah, I did see the beeper. I did see the beeper store. But yeah,
Hmm.
I like the flip phone didn't tip me off. The beepers was more of a tell because drug culture. The flip phone never went nowhere. Razors didn't go. None of that went nowhere.
Hmm.
A flip phone that is the trap phone. Some of y'all know I'm telling the truth.
Hmm.
And them Negroes will have that one smartphone and two, three trap phones. So that part, that's the one you get at the corner store with a boost card. You know, something like
Hmm.
that. Let me
Hmm.
not say too much because I don't want
The
nobody to
one,
be
the
like,
one, one of them Carly should have been using to search the stuff that she was searching.
thank you. But that's what happens when people are not criminals and try to commit crimes. But I'm gonna say this: people may not have liked John Boyega's portrayal,
Hmm.
and I think the people who don't like his portrayal of that character Fontaine are the same people who like the play gangster shows.
Hmm.
Because I don't like them. I hate them. You know that,
Hmm.
and I hate them because they're so inauthentic. There was something extremely authentic in his character. That's why I said he's been studying, paying attention. He put himself in the middle of some stuff in order to portray that properly. Because he did. Like literally what you saw is what it is. It's gritty, it's dirty, it's hungry, it's savage, and it's ugly. And he portrayed it to a T.
Hmm.
I mean, I was sitting here like, nigga, do I know you? Like it was giving me that feeling. And I never like how many times you done told me, watch this, watch that. I can't stand that stuff
Hmm.
because it's not authentic. Anybody who been out there will tell you that boy played that role. I would have thought that he just got off paper and he throwing rocks at the chain game as we speak. Like that's the way I took him. He was on it.
Hmm.
I feel like the pimp character was essential, but he was also comic relief because he was funny,
Hmm.
very funny. It gave us that. I feel like that's what kind of really lent to the whole black exploitation portion of it because I love a good black exploitation film. I came up watching Dolomite, Big Bad Mama 2, Coffee Brown, not Coffee Brown, Foxy Brown. The Mac, Black Caesar. Like I grew
Hmm.
up watching that. So It gave us that. And I feel like that was important because it really lent to that element.
Mm-hmm.
And this is honestly the first Black exploitation sci-fi mashup that I've ever seen in my life. I was glued to the screen. Even when I watched it the second time, my eyes never left the screen. I was mesmerized.
I haven't watched it a second time yet.
If you watch it the second time, let me know if you could get distracted because I couldn't. I was glued. They had my undivided attention from start to finish. And I was so moved because they were able to send the message without being preachy.
Mm-hmm.
I hate them preachy. You know what I mean? You got
Mm-hmm.
to have the one smart nigga in the show to try to start preaching at people and, oh, what we have to do as Black people. Like, we didn't have none of that.
Mm-hmm.
And the message was still sent and received. I was so done. I just couldn't get over it.
Mm-hmm. But I can't believe that you can tell that was David Allen Greer.
The makeup was too good, and I was too caught up in. Let me tell you something. That's called good acting.
Mm-hmm.
I was so caught up in the character, I couldn't even tell who was behind the makeup.
Mm.
Like, we saw some real stomp down, heart-filled acting in this film. I mean, this was I haven't seen something like this in a long time. Long time. If ever. If ever. I was moved.
It was making me wonder if Yo-Yo grandmother was a clone too, because I was waiting for her to come out. Because you remember, he kept on saying she had the nigga sleep in her house. They was loud. They got up the next morning. They was still loud, and she kept on saying, "My grandma gonna hear. My grandma gonna hear." But we never saw her either, and it made me think that's what happened to Fontaine Mama. We never saw her. You know what I'm saying? So it made me think, was Yo-Yo? That's why I asked you earlier when we was on the phone. Do you think Yo-Yo was a clone too?
I don't think she was because of what the guy said. Okay, there was a point at the end where Kiefer Sutherland's character said to her, "After we kill you, I'm gonna scrape a few of your cells and make a secretary." They didn't have her cells already. She wasn't a clone.
Oh yeah, and it was he was real misogynistic too.
Yeah, he said you just a regular old hoe.
Regular old hoe. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Like, we ain't even got a clone, y'all. Y'all everywhere. You ain't nothing. We didn't have to create you.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, baby. It was rough now.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and the chicken.
Do you think? Okay, so let me ask you a question. If you was Fontaine, right, and the second time he had came to Jamie Foxx, and Jamie, to me personally, I didn't think that Jamie did a good job of convincing him. It would have taken way more than the motherfucker tell me, nigga, I seen somebody kill you yesterday, and you still here. You know, to me, could you have believed that somebody told you that? I would have had to see the body, right?
I can
They
see
would have
where
had to
you
drug
coming
me.
from.
Yeah, they would have had to drug me to the place to show me the body. Like, nigga,
I
what?
can see where you're coming from, but I think that went into showing the complexity of Fontaine's mind. That, like, they felt like they built a monster, just a monster for them to use in their construct. But the boy was smarter than that. He was able to reason. And that's what I saw. That's why I said this boy is let me stop saying boy, because when I say this boy, I'm saying it like a mother, because I was so proud. But this young man is so masterful in that he even portrayed the wheels turning in his head when Jamie's character, Slick Charles, was talking. You could see the wheels spinning. It was that moment of realization, like, this nigga know I could kill him, and he's saying this, and he shook, and he was watching him while he was drinking, like, this nigga really scared. He realized, okay, I'm gonna take you with me. We gonna go get this whole Yo-Yo, but you better be telling the truth. Like, I know you can't get away from me. You know I can do you, but we got to go get her, because what the hell are you talking about? Mm-hmm. And then when he went and got her and she confirmed it, then it was like, you know, we going immediately. He gave me the idea of somebody who's like, I ain't got time for the bull. We getting straight to it. You say this what it is. You say she know, let's go get her. She say she know, I know where the car be. He didn't even give her a chance to get out the car. We going there now.
Mm-hmm.
Like, we finna straighten this now. If you wrong, I'm popping you. If you right, then I need to know what the hell and how the hell and who shot me and who is these people. Especially when he said he had seen the car earlier. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. He had seen a dude that was dying that had got shot, and the car just came and picked him up.
Mm-hmm.
Picked him up right off the street. And I like
Mm-hmm.
the old frog too.
Man, Frog was it. Frog was it. Like, he was like some kind of Easter egg. You know how the video games have Easter eggs?
Mm-hmm.
To me, he was the Easter egg. He was the glitch in the system.
That nigga say off to see the wizard again.
Mm-hmm. Yo, and when the third one came, you got that you got young blood, you got that new car smell. It was like, how you know, Frog? Like, what the hell? Why do they have the Easter egg? Like, if y'all build a construct, why on earth would you build that into the construct? Or was he an anomaly?
He was an anomaly.
Wow. Ooh. Okay. So I know you don't watch a lot of Nollywood, but like the epics, like the village epics, the ones or whatever, there's always the one character in the Nollywood films, like the town drunk, who is
Mm-hmm.
always impervious to any witchcraft, any juju, any like sneakiness is going on. They always see through it. They always see through it. Like even the evil men in the movies, they'll walk up to him like, "Oh, you think nobody knows?" And they always stumbling around and drunk, and they always peep game. And Frog kind of gave me that, like maybe the alcohol for whatever reason was interfering with the program, and they wasn't able to do it. You
It
know?
gives me that, a lot of times those people look down on those people and they are kind of like thrown away. And they
Yep.
always, everybody is always so dismissive to what people say. I know you didn't watch it, but it was another dude from the UK, the one that go with Lori Harvey now. He played in the
Oh, that Damson Idris.
Yeah, he played in
Okay.
Snowfall, and they
Mhm.
did a good job at the end of Snowfall because he had like a real high. He was this big time drug dealer. He was actually
Mhm.
playing Freeway Ricky Ross in the show.
Okay.
But in the end, at the end they ended up making him like a drunk. You know what I'm saying? So a
Mhm.
person who had it all that was flying these planes and stuff, you know what I'm saying? And
Mhm.
now he's a drunk. And we know how people in the hood, they always telling these stories. How I used to have this and I used to have that. And nobody really listens to them. Like, nigga, you couldn't do this and you couldn't do that. But life happens to everybody. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's why you shouldn't just be dismissive to what people had to say. And
Yeah.
it's giving me, it looked like everybody just walked past him except
And
for Fontaine and Yo
Fontaine.
Yo.
But that's what I'm saying. Like that exact same character has recurred numerous times in Nollywood films. It's
Mm-hmm.
always that drunk, the village drunk or whatever that everybody discounts and they
Oh
make
yeah,
fun of them, they pick at
and
them,
and that's the point
they
that I was making too.
ignore them. Yeah,
That's the point that I was making too. The people, the powers that be, probably looked at him like he was nothing. You
yeah. They,
know?
they didn't even see that he was a threat to their plans. That
Yeah.
he was actually the master stroke
Mm-hmm.
against their plans. Like he was able to like really put them back on the yellow brick road on the real.
Mm-hmm.
It's crazy. Like when I tell you, I have not enjoyed a film like this. I've not been affected by a film like this in a long time. Like it makes your brain work. Like it sends you so many different directions. And I wonder how many people are gonna watch this film and just be so one dimensional in their thinking that they might not even get everything that's there.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I wonder. The last film that really like threw me like this was Lady in the Water, from M. Night Shyamalan. That was the last one that threw my brain like this.
Mm.
That one really threw my brain. Like I was sitting up thinking for like a couple of weeks, like, whoa, wow, get what you're saying. But what about this? What if that's really happening to me? Like, what about like I like things that make me think.
Mm-hmm.
This one, brava.
I loved it. I
It
really
was
did love it. The only reason why I haven't watched it again It's because it was long as hell. But I am gonna watch it again tonight while I'm laying down to go to bed.
I might
Um,
watch it a third time. I might.
yeah, because I want to catch some stuff that I didn't catch the first time.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
That's why I watch stuff
and
again too. Mm-hmm.
it also it makes you think about, like, have you ever had a like? It's certain people that can come to me, like Fontaine had came to his friend that came to the house earlier today.
Mm-hmm.
And how, you remember how he went back to the house trying to go and get back on the elevator, and he brought
Mm-hmm.
his homeboys with him. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
It's certain people who, if they told me something like that happened, I'm a believer. You know what I'm saying? And
Yep.
that's what you call real friends. Because once, like, I feel like if I don't know you to hallucinate or do nothing like that, I have no choice but to believe you. But if I see it 2 or 3 more times, I'm like, okay, now this nigga tripping. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But if I don't know you to hallucinate or anything like that, then I'm believing you. I'm riding with my friends.
I'm
But
riding with you. If you say they did this to you, let's go.
yeah, let's go.
Straight up. Let's go. And I'm with you like that. I got a few people in my life that I trust like that. My best
Mm-hmm.
friend Toya. If Toya tell me a mosquito pulled the truck, let's go hunt. Let's go hunt the mosquito down. This nigga got a problem. I'm not asking no questions. Like
Mm-hmm.
all I want to know is how big is he? Do I need my pistol? Do I need a machete? Like what we need. That's
Mm-hmm.
all I'm asking.
Mm-hmm.
Because I know she's level headed. She's
Mm-hmm.
rational. She ain't crazy. If she tell me she saw it, you saw it. Let's go.
Mm-hmm. And I was there. You know what I'm saying? I was there, baby. I rode this elevator that went up to here. You know what I'm saying? And we outside, baby. And the house is only one story. You know what I'm saying? It ain't even 2 stories. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, well, baby,
Thank you.
now
And
come on
I
now.
was laying up there dead in there.
Yeah, I was laid up there, dead up in there.
I'm gonna be a
What
little
bullet wound?
nervous because that sounds crazy, but I'm going with you. Like,
Mm-hmm.
we might have to borrow some extra pistols or something, but I'm going, girl. Let's go.
Show me.
Move
Did
slow.
you?
You know
What
my
did you
knee
think?
bed.
What did you think when they was in the chicken spot and Jamie noticed all the people was acting with their chicken?
I love that. I loved it. Because again, then we seeing the layers. Like Slick
Mm-hmm.
Charles came off kind of like a buffoon, but he wasn't dumb.
Mm-mm.
He wasn't dumb. He was the only one that was lucid enough to peep that something ain't right.
What did you catch? That no, let me tell you, this is gonna be probably spoiling it. Did you catch that when that it was a clone at the end? Okay, so when the white man was trying to kill Yo Yo, that was a clone, Charles, that was trying to shoot the man,
Yeah.
and then the real Jamie, the real Charles had popped out at the end because you notice the clone Jamie didn't have them rings on. The clone Charles didn't have them rings on, and she noticed
Yeah,
on the floor.
that's why she say he slick. When she said
Mm-hmm.
that, I said she caught it.
Why do you love him? He's slick.
Slick. It was funny. It was just really, really funny. It was
And I loved how they came and got enrolled for her too. You know what I'm saying? Because they
yeah.
could have just said fuck it. They could have just said fuck it. You know what I'm saying?
I
But
like that. And I
and
think
and
that's
bought the
important.
whole hood out. Bought the whole hood out. You know what I'm saying? They
We got
showed
to get
up.
them because these people is plotting on all us. They drugging everybody. They snatching niggas. They doing all this stuff. That was lit. How the whole crew, all them cars line. I was like, "Oh, there's some nigga stuff right here."
Hmm.
My heart was leaping
And
because
the whole hood was in on it. The whole hood was in on it. They was making it seem like they was giving junk. They was doing tricks and stuff while they was giving the hoes was giving the plans to the niggas. You know what I'm saying? They acting like they giving niggas head and jacking them off into whatever and telling them to plan the
and
whole
telling
time.
everything. Like
So
they
Isaac
were
can,
the
yeah.
ones running the messages
Mm-hmm.
because like we can't let the men meet up, but we gonna run the messages. You know that way
Mm-hmm.
it looked like the men ain't even talking. And
Mm-hmm.
that's legit. You
But
know,
y'all,
every
you just in
movement
it.
that has
Oh,
ever taken place, the women have been pivotal
any
in
old
making sure that
hoes.
things go.
But y'all
And
just any old hoes. But they come a dime a dozen, not these hoes.
not no. But that's how people view them. But it's like that, and if we gonna be honest, that's how a lot of people view black women. Period. They don't see how important we are until they want to use us. You know.
Mm-hmm.
But that chicken scene messed me up. I said, "Ooh, baby."
And Yo Yo was so bad she had to nigga who knew something was in the chicken eating the chicken.
Yep, she sure did. Now that was funny to me. It was like, and then the idea that it was something to make them silly. And I said,
And that shit is
"Ooh,
true. A lot of that shit is true. It's like for the music stuff, you know what I'm saying? I love Mary J. Blige down, but I had to stop listening to it. Her and Summer Walker, because it put me in this mood that I don't want to be in. You
bring
know what
you
I'm saying?
down." The
Yeah, ain't no
music do
nigga.
that,
I ain't never had no nigga. I ain't never had no baby. I ain't never birthed a baby. You know what I'm saying? But
right?
that's
But
the
they'll
Summer
have you
Walker
feeling
music
everything
doing.
that you
Hell yeah, and I don't want to feel that shit.
But this the thing, right? All jokes aside, don't nobody really need no hypnotism to do that. That's what music does. Music is and has a spirit.
Mm-hmm.
So whatever spirit is involved or in you when you compose it and create it, when you give birth to it, that is the spirit that's going to reach out and connect with and affect certain people. Everybody is not, susceptible to every spirit that come across in the music. That's why they use music in church and in worship, because when you use music, right, you're
Mm-hmm.
ushering in spirits. That's why when you're in
Mm-hmm.
church and we in here singing, "I need thee, oh, I need thee," we're invoking and inviting in the Holy Spirit, right?
Mm-hmm.
So the flip side is when I was little Nitra, not the big one, when I was still little Nitra, just wild and acting like an unchained monkey, I could run around and I'm listening to, you know, Master P and them talking about weed and Hennessy and let's ride, and I'm up there geeked
Mm-hmm.
up, ready to do something dumb. It's the mute those spirits. You invoking spirits when you're listening to music. That's why it's important that you watch, like you said, what you take in, because even now, and it's just being real, because I ain't no saint, I ain't perfect like that. Certain music, if I listen to it now, it'll take me all the way back to that place.
Mm-hmm.
It'll put that same attitude back in me if I'm not careful. I don't even ride around listening to the same music I used to. I can't. Because there was a time I wasn't going to listen to nothing if it wasn't 100% gangster. I wasn't.
Mm-hmm.
I don't ride around listening to that stuff now. That's not, that, I have no desire to be Little Nitra no more, because I'm the big one.
Hmm.
But if I listen to certain stuff, you ride, and before you know it, like, you pick up all them old mannerisms. It'll take you all the way back to what you thought you left behind. It'll just drag you back there. So I thought that was
It
real
will.
interesting.
Even if you listen to some music that has like brought you through some stuff, if
It'll
you
take you
listen
back
to
to
a
that
song, it'll
moment.
take you back there, and you just gotta close it. You just gotta look. I can't. You know what I'm
Shut the
saying?
door. Until you've been truly delivered from it. Like some stuff, you know, and some things, you struggle with. Some things you might struggle with forever. But some stuff, like if you really been, delivered from it, that door is really closed in your head. You can hear it, and you'll remember that time, and you'll find yourself laughing like, "Ooh, I was bad off then," and you be all
Mm-hmm.
right. But if it's even a little bit of that sore left, that wound left in you, when you hear it, it's like somebody scratched the scab off. It'll drag you back.
Mm-hmm.
Music is powerful, music is spiritual, but like people don't respect that. Like black people have gotten like the niggas we saw in the church in that movie, where it's all utility and respectability. Ain't no spirituality left. Like they spiritually dead, they don't feel nothing.
And they was, you notice they was giving them their own you know one thing about niggas, baby, we love our fried chicken and our purple Kool-Aid or grape drink, and they was
But
giving them a grape drink up in the court in the church.
what the thing is, it wasn't that they just gave it to him, it was commune. So it was
Mm-hmm.
like, we gonna even pervert the sacrament. And I said, woo, this is powerful. It's so powerful. And the reason that was so powerful to me, because we got people right now that corrupt and pervert everything that's spiritual and holy in the attempt to brainwash and control niggas. I'ma just
Mm-hmm.
corrupt it and make it dirty. Either you gonna fall for the corruption, or you gonna run from it and then call God corrupt because some people made it corrupt. And it's like, woo, this is hell right here. But they were sure sending a message. That's why I say David Allen Greer played that part so good. I didn't even know it was him.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't. You know why? The man dead. Now I'm gonna talk about him. It was a man who was our assistant moderator in the Second Bethlehem Association of the National Baptist Convention back in Ocala, Florida. And this man's name was Reverend Jerome Gamble. He was the pastor out in Calvary Baptist on Baseline Road.
Mm-hmm.
Now, Reverend Jerome Gamble had an ultra perm, looked just like that David Allen Greer's character.
Mm-hmm.
And he had the same mannerisms. And that's why I was so glued. I'm like, did these niggas know Reverend Gamble? Like, why is that? You know what I'm saying? Like, it really had me stuck.
Mm-hmm.
He had the same ultra perm pushed to the back and packed in there real tight, salt and pepper, everything. I say, oh my God. Made me think, like, hell, did somebody install Reverend Gamble over there at Calvary? What am I looking at? Because if you ask me, I feel like a whole lot of the Negroes in the pulpit have been installed by somebody, and it ain't God. Because all they do is cause confusion, lead people astray, and then cause people who need God to run another direction. That's why I'm like, did the devil put y'all here? Why are you here? That whole scene had me sitting there like, oh, y'all even corrupted the sacrament, even communion, y'all corrupted and defiled. Hey, I couldn't do nothing but holler. That's a case of nothing is sacred. Nothing. That was deep to me.
Yeah.
It was.
Well, girl, I gotta get in here and go cook this chicken, child.
Well, go ahead on. I got to do a couple things around here. I got some neck bones on the stove and a couple things I need to handle before tomorrow, too.
All righty. Well, I'll talk to you later.
All right. Love you, Bookie.
Love you back.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Yesterday, I said the ultra perm girl. Hey, Ellie from Miami. Look, y'all, I'm finna go. I enjoyed talking to y'all, though. I needed to talk. It was quiet around here. Daddy's at work, and that teenager is in the room with them cats, and she ain't got my time. So I needed to talk to somebody. So I jumped on here to talk to y'all. So look. I think I done got most of the comments. Ooh. Pam done peeped something. Ooh, I saw that too. I saw that at the end. So look, I hope we didn't say too much. Go and watch this movie and watch with your eyes and your mind wide open. It is a trip. It's going to take you on a whole ride. Let me tell you, a whole entire ride. Go watch the movie and then y'all come back and tell me what you think. Okay? Well, look, I'm getting ready to get up out of here. All right, let me go on, start the music and start getting y'all up off the porch. Okay, those of you who are still planning to go out, y'all be careful. If you got a drink, please call an Uber. Do not try to drive. If you feel yourself lean so much as one time, do not drive. Call an Uber, call Lyft, whatever. Call somebody you know to come and get you home safe. Okay. Also, please, y'all, if you didn't hit the like button on the way in, hit it on the way out. Hopefully I didn't do too much, talking about this movie, because I really do want y'all to go watch it because it was amazing. Amazing, I swear. Okay, so y'all go watch it. Hit the like button on the way out if you didn't hit it on the way in. Make sure that you click the notification bell and make sure that you click all so you'll know every time we go live over here on this porch. Also, subscribe if you haven't subscribed, because we would love to have you. Also, if you want to join channel membership so we can celebrate your birthdays, you can take part in our virtual events. The join button is beneath the video, and there is also a membership link in the description box, as well as my Amazon wish list if you want to send me some goodies. I like goodies, okay? Some food items on there too, because I like to eat. Mm-hmm. But anyway, y'all have a great night. Good night, sweet dreams. Say your prayers, all that good stuff. Bumper Amber Rose said, "God is real. He been good to me. I'm sure he been good to you too." So say your prayers before you go to bed. All right. And remember, if nobody else says it to you, remember that God loves you. I love you, and ain't nothing you can do about it. I'll talk to y'all a little bit later. Okay. Bye, y'all.